Greetings guys, just got out of seeing the brand new film from Marvel Studios, and that is Deadpool and Wolverine. My first thoughts, it is particularly funny, hilarious at times, and just the way it's written, just the unbelievable ability obviously of Ryan Reynolds to be so self-aware, not only of like pop culture in general and kind of all the history of movies that have gone before, but just aware of just what is really particularly funny, and the ironies that kind of come up in this universe and in film in general. I think it's quite amazing how kind of switched on he really is. I have to say, the film, first thing, it's quite self-indulgent, I will say that. And there is quite a bit of exposition involved in this film. Now, I don't think you need to really see much else. I mean, it helps to see the other Deadpool movies. That's definitely very helpful. But I think this movie is totally aware that most people would be familiar with Marvel films. That includes the 20th Century Fox X-Men films, as well as the traditional Disney Marvel Studios films that have gone so well over the last decade or so. But really, it is self-indulgent at times. Runtime, probably a little bit long in certain moments as well. It feels like it has a few multiple endings, which is not kind of surprising. But I will say there is a lot to get through in this film, so much. And I can't even really talk about much of it. I'll just say this, there is so many cameos. I think most people who are fans of kind of the comic book genre and superheroes and just in action movies in general it will blow their minds. It really will. I can think of just 7 or 8 notable cameos just off the top of my head right now, and that's not even everything. It is an incredible film, and there is a lot of interesting actors that kind of pop up that you wouldn't really expect. Let me just say that. So that is just worth the price of admission in itself. Highlights of this film are really Hugh Jackman in the role of Wolverine. I don't know how he's tapped into something so deep. I think probably maybe some of his personal life has kind of come into this role, but he is just incredible in this part. Just the emotional nuances that he has, and considering all the craziness that's going on around Hugh Jackman in this particular movie, and just also just to understand some of these other actors that are in this film. They're quite notable actors, I'll just say that, and Hugh Jackman really steals the screen. He is an incredible performer and an incredible actor, and I have to tip my hat to him. He is absolutely fantastic in this role, and he's just building on what he's created before, but he's creating something new at the same time. Such a welcome return, and he really kind of is the glue that kind of really sticks this movie together. Now, Ryan Reynolds, obviously fantastic. He is just utterly hilarious, particularly funny, and as I said, just really self-aware with all those kind of elements as this kind of film kind of unravels. Another notable mention, Cassandra Nova, the character that kind of pops up in this film, that is a stunning performance. I cannot believe how good it actually is. It is phenomenal, and it really is a formidable kind of villain. There is kind of your classic kind of ending that probably is a little bit, I won't say contrived, but there is kind of plot devices that are kind of put into this film that would make you feel, I don't know, it's kind of, you need that kind of MacGuffin to kind of to end the film, and I'm not sure if the film is that creative in that way, but some of the other kind of set pieces in this are particularly funny and amusing and very entertaining, and it is a must-see in the cinema. I will say probably my only criticism is it is a little bit self-indulgent at times, perhaps a little bit too self-aware of itself, and what kind of made some of those original Marvel Studios movies so amazing and popular is there is that emotion and heart to it. This does have that, including the R rating, and the brutality of some of the violence in this film is quite entertaining to watch at times. There's some kind of interesting dialogue and some really let's just say, questionable kind of moments with some of the humour. There is kind of a bit grotesque at some level, but really, in essence, though, this film is highly entertaining. It knows its audience, and it is arguably the best Deadpool film that's been released, and that's just giving this film a lot of credit. So Marvel Studios has a lot to work with, and they do lean into the X-Men quite a bit in this film, so it's good to see that on the big screen, and it kind of really does bring that into the fold. So it'll be interesting to see where they go in future with this, but it is really a fun film, definitely worth watching. But yeah, a lot of credit has to go to Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman, of course, and of course director Shawn Levy, who adds his element of charm into this kind of script and into this motion picture. But aside from that, definitely check it out while you can in cinemas. There is a lot of spoilers, so probably get in a little bit early, because there is a lot of people that get introduced in this film, or reintroduced I should say, that you wouldn't really expect. So definitely catch it in the cinemas as soon as you can, so you don't kind of get spoilt with some of those really highly entertaining moments and surprises. But yeah, the audience I was in with today absolutely adored it, and I think they were even surprised at some of the reintroductions of certain characters that they were familiar with. So aside from that, I'm about to head off. Hopefully you enjoy the footage from tonight, and I'll catch you guys at the next one. So long.
I told you, you're not welcome here. You're not welcome anywhere. Now get the fuck out of my bar.
Just give me one more drink and then I'll leave.
Hi, Peanut. I'm gonna need you to come with me right now.
Look, lady, I'm not interested.
All right, well, I'm sort of on the tick-tick, so upsy daisy. Here we
go.
Oh, whiskey dick of the claws. It's quite common in Wolverines over 40.
You don't want this.
Unless you want to take a deep breath through your fucking forehead, I suggest you reconsider. I'm about to lose everything that I've ever cared about.
Not my fucking problem.
Is that what you said when your world went to shit?
Come again.
This Wolverine let down his entire world.
Want to talk about what's haunting you, or should we wait for a third act flashback?
Go fuck yourself.
I don't know anything about saving worlds, but you do.
Trust me, kid, I'm no hero.
You were an X-Man. You were the X-Man. I am soaking wet right now.
Boys are so silly.
This is what I'm talking about. Big slow motion action sequence. Who knows if you live or die? Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
Want to do some cocaine?
Hey, cocaine is the one thing that Feige said is off limits.
What about Bolivian marching powder?
They know all the slang terms. They have a list.
Even snowboarding?
Even disco dust.
White girl interrupted?
Even forest bump.
Do you want to build a snowman?
Yes!